Now, kudos to the federal government of Nigeria as they are about to commission the 30-kilometer section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. That will be in May 2025, just a few weeks from now. And before then, we still have about 10 to 15 kilometer to complete the 30 kilometer. And this construction is ongoing because by May 2025, 30 kilometer of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road will be made available for the President Tinubu to come and commission. That is on the Lagos axis of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Way construction. Okay, so today you'll be joining me on this tour, and let's drive down to the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road and see how far the construction has gone and how prepared they are to commission this project. Now, where we are right now is the Eleko axis of Ibeju-Lekki. And Eleko axis is also under construction because this is also a major road that leads you from island, from Ekpe, and from other side of Ibeju-Lekki down to the Calabar Coastal Road, as well as the Dangote refinery, the feed trade zone, the deep sea port, the resort and the beach over there, and every other project, companies, investments, and the community at large. Okay, so you can see the type of construction the government is embarking on here. This is a dual carriage way, and you can see that they are already about to complete this road, and some parts has been completed while some parts are still undergoing casting. And before you know it, before the end of May, I think this road will be completed, and development will also come up more in these houses. So it's your girl GT Estate and Properties, and you know what we do, always giving you the best real estate investment opportunity in the market, as well as real estate news. So stay tuned and enjoy this ride with me down to the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Now, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is a transformative project which starts from Ahmadu Bello Way, the Victoria Island axis of Lagos State, and it's very close to the Eco Atlantic City. You know, this project is a 6-lane designed construction highway, and you know, we're going to have 3 by the left hand side and 3 by the right hand side. All right, there will also be a railway track in between the 6 lanes. All is just to help in the movement of cars and also connectivity in and out of this axis and also Lagos State. Okay, so if you notice that, you can see that the construction type of this project is the concrete paved motorable road. Now, this is not the usual quota kind of construction that doesn't last for a long period of time. This type of construction using the concrete is tested and is also trusted. So that is why this kind of method is being used, because this is going to be a highway. All right, and also there is good drainage system also here that, you know, will help in controlling flow of water to avoid flooding in this road. I think as a smart investor, this is the best time to, you know, come and invest in these houses. You can call us. We have a lot of investment opportunity for you here, and maybe you can listen to what our minister has to say in respect to the construction going on in these houses and how far they have gone. So you don't need to waste any further in bringing your investment down to Ibeju-Lekki and also the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. All right.
On the section 1, I was on the project yesterday, and today I was on the project. So I said to myself, if the street of this road can be this fantastic and beautiful, I wonder how the street of heaven will look like. That will show you how satisfied I am, for the beginning of section 1. As at today, about 15 kilometers by 2 carriageway on the average has been achieved. And at the end of the project at the lake where section 1 stopped, about 5 kilometers has been achieved. So the idea is by 25th of May, 30 kilometers continuously will be made available for Mr. President to commission, from beginning of section 1, down to kilometer 0 to kilometer 20. And then we are jumping, about 17 kilometers because of a settlement. We have very high filling, within that section, and then we are jumping it, and then we also get another 10 kilometers. Today, 5 kilometers of that 10 kilometers from the end coming back to, Chene Zero has been achieved. And in section 2...
Yes, Minister, let's talk about the phase 1 that you talked about. Then the phase 1, where can it take you to? It take you from Victoria Island in Lagos to where?
Down to Lekki, deep sea port, Eleko, and it is the intersection between the Dangote, tax credit project, and this coastal highway. So it is exactly stopping at Lekki deep sea port.
But you mentioned that between 5 and 10 years, that road will be towed. With what we have achieved now, will you begin the tolling now, or is until when all of the project has been completed and delivered?
No. I'll be recommending for the approval of Mr. President that section 1, which will be completely, fully completed, before the end of, this year. And that would be a record time because it was awarded for 36 months of construction. But, it is... I think we just done 1 year, and so it will be half of the number of years here for it, and that is good for government because we'll be cutting down on inflation and so on and so forth. So when that is completed, I will be recommending for immediate, tolling engagement.
Meaning that when 30 kilometers is commissioned on the first section of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, we still have 17 kilometers that are commissioning the first phase. They're also working on the second section. I have made a video on that part. You can check it out on the channel, The Progress of Work. Three-lane expressway. All right. So for now, this is what they've achieved on the first carriage lane. Don't worry, guys. I don't know if this camera is doing justice to what I'm seeing with my eyes. Although they will add road dividers and more pavement on this road, but from what is left here is wide enough to contain the rail track. Like, it's wide enough for the rail track,
and it's been procured in sections as approved by Federal Executive Council and BPP. The first section is 47.47 kilometers, by six lanes. Each lane you have three lanes in each carriageway, 3 lanes. And at the middle, you have a train track of 12 meters, width. And of course, you have bridges along the line. So the first section is supposed to be done in 36 months, started in March 2024. So we've done about 1 year. Now, the contractor has achieved from Ahmad Bello Way, where Chene Zero is achieved an average of about 15 kilometers. Both carriageway is constructing a number of retaining wall because we made sure that our road is raised above the highest expected flood level of the ocean. And so that, has put a lot of, buildings, adjoining buildings in a very serious situation, in the sense that our road level is, at the level of their decking, first decking. And so we are constructing retaining wall all through. Now, what we have said to Nigerians is that by May 25th, 2025, there will be 30 kilometers that is ready for the president to commission in the Section 1. And what is the 30 kilometer? 20 kilometers continuously from Ahmad Bello Way will be, So, and then 10 kilometers at the end of Section 1, which is Lagos Junction. And why are we leaving about 17 kilometers? It's because of settlement, because the settlement of the sand by the reason of our instrument is going to take about 6 months or thereabout to properly settle because of the filling of up to 10 meters, height within that section. Even though High Tech has procured, an equipment that assists in the, direct compaction of the sand, so it helps, and of course, sand can be, compacted if it has water, and all it does is to drive away the air within it. So that 30 kilometers is going to be ready by May 25th. And I was there and I was very, very happy. Honestly, and Oji, I would like you to go and drive from our Bello Way. When I was there, I was so excited. And I say, if the street of, Coastal Highway can be this beautiful, how will the street, of heaven, how beautiful will it look? And so it helps us to do more and better to make heaven. So it's a beautiful place, and I would like you to go there and see for yourself. But in Challenge 13, we are very much, confronted with the ocean surge. We had done everything ready to concrete. I said, no, don't concrete, because the ocean is washing away part of, the sand field there. And so we have looked at it. We went with journalists yesterday and we looked at it. We said, look, we have to do ocean protection. And that's what they're doing. So we may skip that 1 kilometer until the ocean protection is done. And of course, it's expected. So this is what we are doing. And we're likely going to have 10 kilometers ready in Section 2. Section 2 is 55 kilometers. It's running from a lake, going through the busy Lekki deep sea port. And then, of course, you have Dangote fertilizer, the Dangote refinery. You have the Lekki deep sea port. You have a lot of companies over there. So we're going to be doing a lot in terms of flyover to ensure that conflicts will be resolved for evacuation of goods within that zone. And so we're likely to have another 10 kilometers of, concrete from Section, 2, over there. So by 14th of this month, we are going to be flagging off the construction in Calabar, axis. I saw in the social media when people say we are constructing all in Lagos. No, that is not a fact. We are, working right now in Calabar and Akwa Ibom. 14th flag off in Cross River, 15th flag off in Akwa Ibom, and 16th flag off of the Trans-Sahara Road, in my own state, Ebonyi State. And that Trans-Sahara is running from Calabar to Ebonyi, Ebonyi to Benue, Benue to Kogi, Kogi to Nasarawa and to Abuja. And that's the third legacy project of Mr. President. So they're all linked, together. Both Lagos-Calabar is linking through Calabar, down to Ebonyi to Abuja. And then at the Lagos end is linked up through the Ahmad Bello, through a lagoon, which we are going to have we're going to have a tunnel, through the lagoon, going to the Snake Island, and they take us to Badagry, which is where the Sokoto Badagry is linked. So if you look at it, it's all in a kind of, loop, and you get to Abuja, you now link to northeast, through the Akwanga, Jos, Bauchi, Gombe. So the 6 geopolitical zones are covered by the 4 legacy projects of Mr. President.
This is the Eleko section, being the kilometer 47. If you understand what the minister said, on this end, the goal is to achieve 10 kilometers before the commissioning date of the first phase of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. We're exploring the progress achieved so far as of April 2025. Remember, this video is shot at the early month of the April, precisely on the 7th of April. So let's see the progress of work on this section.
So you can see this is the part of the 10-kilometer of the coastal road that is left to be completed, and we hope that this is completed before May 2025, the commissioning of this 30-kilometer highway. All right, so like I said, if you have not come to invest in these houses, this is the right time for you to come and invest. As you can see, just beside the coastal road or directly along the coastal road, we have a newly launched estate there, which is called the Downtown Lagos, and it's strictly commercial. So for those smart investors that want to bring in their businesses down to Lagos or Ibeju-Lekki, you can have a very good place to site your businesses. Now, the Lagos downtown is a commercial city that can accommodate any kind of business, be it hotels. As you know, expatriates, a lot of people will be needing hotels to lodge in once they come towards these houses for business. You also need restaurants, you also need offices. You can buy lands and keep for a long time for banks to come and buy from you and site their banks. You can also buy lands here for warehouse. As you know, as the international airport is over there, a lot of goods and also the threat zone, a lot of goods will be coming in and out of Lagos, and they will need a warehouse to store these goods. So if you also need land to buy for parking spaces, you also have to get one from us here, because the inflow of cars in and out of these houses for businesses will need a space to park their cars, and your car park will be of much needed. Okay, so there is a lot of opportunity here for you. You can buy land and site your filling stations. So a lot of commercial opportunity for you at the downtown Lagos. It's a government allocated sea of O land, and you know what? It has very good security, and also it is this property right here. You can start with the initial deposit, which is 5 million naira. Yes, we have 500 square meters selling. We also have 1,000 square meters selling, and they are selling at the pre-launch price. And pre-launch price is the best time to also acquire a property, because at that time you are getting it below the market value, and you will be able to have a high capital appreciation as time goes on. So this pre-launch price will not be for long. That is why you need to use your 5 million naira. If you don't have the full money to pay outrightly, you can use 5 million naira to secure some units or a plot for yourself, and you have payment plan to also enjoy. All right, so it's your girl GT Estate and Properties. You know what we do, always giving you the best real estate investment opportunity in the market. So call us, book your inspection, and we'll be glad to bring you here to inspect and pick the sizes of your choice, and business kickstarts. All right, wish you well, wish you all good, and wish you happy investing. Till I hear from you, it's bye for now.